Hi, everyone. I'm Vone, owner and maker of Vone Knits, and the founder of the Dare to Be Original Facebook group. And I am so glad this is the first time, if you guys notice, that this interview has 3 people on screen. It's the very first one, so it's a creative interview party that we're calling this a party. Yes. And on the bottom screen is Sarah McFall from Yarn and Blarney, and on the top is Jennifer Wang from Pear Dinkum.
Hi,
And
everyone.
also,
Hi.
yes, and so Sarah, you've done an interview with me before. I will leave the link below if you guys have missed that interview. So how have you been doing?
Okay, yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. And Jennifer is a brand new newbie, such a newbie that she's like, I need to bring somebody else on, Devon.
Yes, I had to beg poor Sarah to come on. It's past midnight for her now in the
Oh,
UK.
That's
for
the
coming.
other thing.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. I love you.
Yeah, so Jennifer is, where are you? Australia? 8:30?
Yes, Adelaide, South Australia. It's 8:30 a.m.
And it's 7 p.m. for me, and Sarah, it's midnight. So yeah, she's really doing us a huge favor. A huge favor. So Jennifer, I went to your screen, and Jennifer and I we are the oldest friends. She's my oldest internet friend from back in the Twitter days with Jennifer Wang Bears, and then the other day I just flipped over, and all of a sudden that screen looks just like Jennifer, but that name does not match with Jennifer Wang Bears. I was like, what is this?
Yes.
So Pear Dinkum, tell us about that.
Pear Dinkum. Well, first of all, I should say that Jennifer Wang Bears, that was my crochet account that I started when I wanted to start making crochet amigurumi, or toys, pretty much soft toys. Mm-hmm. And Pear Dinkum is my most recent account, which I created just last month, which I'm dedicating to knit toys, because I've just become a knitter thanks to a very special Sarah, who introduced me to a knitting course a free knitting course by Tony of Blissfully Crafted that I did, I think in 2016, after I had my little girl.
Been that long? So you've only been knitting for 2 years, and you're making those beautiful creations already?
Well, sort of less than that, because I started in 2016, but then I had a massive break because it was so hard. I couldn't figure it out, and I just left it for a long time until I moved back finally to Adelaide from Sydney in 2017.
That is amazing.
Right?
My mind is blown, because I always knew you were a crocheter, but when I saw you doing the knitted dolls, I just assumed that you've always been knitting, and I've just seen you assume that I just see you crochet, you know what I mean, like as a phase, but I had no idea you just learned it. You're making amigurumi and reading all those patterns and doing those stitches. That's ridiculous, with change colorings and short.
You know what I do all day, every single night. Yeah, knitting is just taken over, and I absolutely love it. It is so relaxing, and the fabric you get, the knitted fabric, is beautiful. It's soft and stretchy, and it's unlike anything else.
It's unlike anything else. You know me as a crochet master. It took me a long time to learn to knit, but I knew that I had to, because to make wearable scarves, like, I just loved the way it felt. So much more than crochet, you know. Not to say that it's one's better than the other, but it's very different. You know what I mean? Very different.
The drape's different.
And to achieve the various things that you want to achieve, you know what I mean? You need to know the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, absolutely. Everyone should know both, because they go together so well. It's amazing.
So well.
And if you know both, then I kind of feel like the world's your oyster. You know, you could see something and before I could knit, I would go to the yarn store, if I went to a festival and I would look at something and go, oh, that's really nice, but I don't knit. But whereas now, well, it's slightly dangerous because now I'm like, I might be able to do that. I might be able to do that. So the temptation is a lot worse.
A lot worse.
But I at least feel
buy
like
so much more yarn and
and patterns. Oh no! But at least now I can. If I look at something, I can go. Do you know what? I might be able to do that.
Are you
and it doesn't matter if it's knitting or crochet. I don't have to like go. Oh well, I just can't do that.
Do you know what I love the most? Because I don't follow patterns and I do one-of-a-kind stuff. The best thing about learning what I'm doing is when I want to knit something and to achieve something, the most freeing aspect to learning both crafts, and I highly encourage everybody to do so. As much as everybody says one is harder than the other, we all three have been in those shoes where one was harder than the other, and we gave up and we put it down and we, you know what I mean, curse and cry, and then we swear that we won't go back somehow, and we're like it's never gonna work out, and we do, and it's so liberating. But the best part about me doing that is when I do a crochet and then all of a sudden I get stuck and it's not working well or it's not achieving what I want in my head, to switch to a knit, it's mind-blowing. Or then to do a knit and then to do a knit scarf, and I love like crochet details. Like you know how liberating like crochet edging is. That's like it's such a freeing ability, you know what I mean, that you must give yourself that gift of knowledge. To be able to run with the other, because both love the other. Knitting loves crochet and crochet loves knitting, and they pair so well. There is no article of clothing or piece of creative work that when you see both stitches on a project, like that up level. Right? Hands down, that up levels. That
preach.
Right? I'm like, so if anybody is like tinkering on the thought of picking up the other craft, the three of us highly encourage you to do so.
And it won't necessarily be easy because it's a muscle memory and you have to build it, and that takes time, and as long as you're patient with yourself, it will happen. It will click eventually.
But can you imagine if you hadn't have persevered with the knitting? Because I see the Pear Dinkum things and I'm just like, oh my goodness, the girl has got it. I'm like, this is so your thing. I mean, your stitches are, I am snobby about
Jennifer,
these. Your stitches are ridiculously neat for the amount of time you've been doing it. And it's like, but if you hadn't have kept going, we wouldn't have that. I mean, your crochet stuff is fantastic too. You know, I'm a big fan. But the fact that you're then like, there's something you can go, actually, I persevered with that, and you can see it now all coming together and go, yeah, you know what, it wasn't easy. I think there's something about that perseverance, and then that it kind of translates into, the rest of your life that isn't quite so yarny. Think, well, hold on, I have this thing where I remember times when I said to myself, I don't think I can do this. And like knitting would have been one of those things. I mean, I did it when I was 7, but now that I'm not, I thought, I can't do it. But I can. So now I take moments like that and go, well, I didn't think I would be able to do that, but I am.
Yep.
And so and it's the same for everyone. I remember talking to you, Jennifer. I was thinking about this today, and me telling you, oh, I know this great lady, and I know this great course, and of course you can do knitting. And the next thing I know, you're sending me pictures of, might you just have bought these Amazon books? And it's really
yes,
not...
the doll book. Oh, yes. That just set off.
Yes, I'm just,
I bought that book before I could even knit, before I could even square. I'm like, I'm going to do this one day.
Yeah.
This is the dream.
That's amazing. That's what they say. What does the Bible say? You vision, like you have to see your vision, you know what I mean, before it happens.
Clear.
And if you can't see it clearly, it won't happen. So vision is so important. And the fact that you saw that and went and purchased it and knew that it was going to happen, eventually the little technicalities of how they always fall into place. They always fall into place, you know, and how we do one thing is how we do everything. So yeah, if you can break a hurdle and figure things out, you can break other hurdles and figure them out. And there are no walls that we can't climb when we can learn new abilities that we thought were impossible, you know. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've been knitting for 4 years and I just got down cabling. I've never dared to look at a doll book or an amigurumi and thought to knit. But Jennifer, you've honestly inspired me. I'm going to do something that I'm like, I'm going to master. I'm going to get down these short rows. I'm going to get the sock taken care of.
Yeah, sock.
I'm finally going to break this hurdle of just being a prolific knitter to a master knitter, you know, by the time, because you've totally inspired me. If you can do it in 2, I'm already 4 years. So I'm already like, I need some serious catching up here. So if you guys are not following Jennifer's new page, you need to go check it out. The link will be below. It is a stunner, and you would never believe that she's completely new. I thought you were knitting before you were crocheting. When I saw that,
really?
I was like, yeah. When I saw Pear Dinkum's page, I'm like, and you were doing this other thing, I was like, oh, she's finally branching, like she's finally bringing out her knitting. Like I never would have thought that you just learned it from Sarah last year. Never. That's amazing.
Yeah, there's a recommendation. Yeah.
That's amazing.
We took the course together, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, and yeah, and I'm doing shawls and you're doing amigurumi.
You guys might have to tell me how to do this. Maybe I should take this course and take the shortcut.
Yeah, I think it's still online. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, I can send you the link for it. It's still up there. It's a free email series, and Tony is just fabulous.
And she just had a little girl, so
yes.
if you follow her Instagram, you see beautiful pictures of her baby.
Yeah, she's gonna help me be a master knitter along with my master crochet.
Yeah,
and watch me take over the world. Yeah. And then watch it. So, Jennifer, have you done patterns? Like, you have, because you've you do have some. You have free.
You mean design patterns?
Yeah, design patterns, because you have a free crochet pattern. And are you working on the knitting one, or do you have it out already?
No, it's not out yet. It's
Okay.
not out yet. What I'm doing is I'm making a signature collection, which will probably take quite a while. But in the meantime, I want to release a free pattern just so everyone can get a sense of, you know, my style and whether it fits them or not. And I want to show you, this is actually the free pattern design that will be coming out. I just finished this one last night and they don't have faces yet. I haven't done the faces, but I've done the bodies. So this is it pretty much. This is what's coming out.
Seriously, guys, 2 years?
Yeah.
Like less than 2 years, because you took a break.
Yeah, I did.
See, this is why I'm like, she's got it.
Yeah.
She's got it. She's found her thing. Because
I found it. I'm sticking with it. I love it. So
like,
that's the gift.
If you're on Instagram, you have to go and follow the Pear Dinkum account, because it is just fabulous. I mean, the fact that it's only been up a couple of weeks, and I'm just like when I see it come up, I'm like, oh, I want to read the caption. I don't just want to look at the picture.
I tend to go a bit crazy in the captions, don't I? But I love writing.
I'm like scrolling through. You know, I get tired very easily. I'm scrolling through, but there are a few people. Trish Lamoose is another one. I know you know her.
Oh, yes,
and I will stop and go, no, I need to read the whole caption.
Yeah.
So, now that you mention it, Trisha, yes, whenever I see her picture, I'm just like, I'm reading this, because she has taken her Instagram and turned it into the most fun, adventurous little place. She does amigurumi as well, knit amigurumi. Mm-hmm. And I've seen hers, and they're beautiful. And underneath, she has little stories for each of them. Each character that she creates, she has a whole background story, a whole character, a whole persona. And it's just hilarious to go through and read what she writes. It's It makes my day.
Amazing.
Really.
2 people I have never heard of in this
We'll have
world.
to add her as well because she is incredible.
This is why it's so great to be a part of a community, to learn such, you know what I mean? Because everybody has little gems to share, and already I'm like learning so much. Already I'm learning so much in this conversation. I'm just like, this is so awesome. So since the 3 of us are designers in process, what are your creative process in designing? Because I'm going to be having taken off my hiatus. I've decided, like, coming back, I want to do more. What I used to do was just create, and I didn't want to be pinned down by designing. And everybody's always asking, do you have a pattern? Do you have a pattern? I'm like, no, I don't follow a pattern. I just do. And because I never liked the restrictions of it, nor did I like the restrictions of having writing down what I'm doing to create a pattern. But now I really want to, because everybody's always asking me, and I'm starting to get to the feeling of, like, to get to the point where I'm not hoarding this for myself. You know what I mean? And wanting, and just creating, and no, I'm sorry, you guys can't do it. And I'm starting to feel like that's happening because I'm being lazy about not taking the time to write it down and sharing it. Do you know what I mean? And that's why
I don't think anyone could say that about you, Vone. You're like the most generous person I know. I really don't think anyone's thinking, gosh, she's just hoarding all that information for herself. That's not happening.
No. And then the other caveat of it is, how, like, I always want people to broaden their horizons and to do things that are, that they don't think that they can. So yeah, like I'm all about teaching everybody to knit and crochet. Like, the more they learn, the more they know, the better the world is, the better, you know what I mean? The more creative the world can be, And so, like, when they ask me, they like my work and they want to do it themselves, like, I want to have something to facilitate with that. Like, I want to be a part of here, this is how I did it, you know what I mean? So what is your creative process in designing? Because I want to get more disciplined about doing so. What do we got?
Well, this makes me laugh because it's like, what is your design process? And you go, well, I know what it should be. But what it should be is sometimes different from what it is.
Yeah.
So what it should be is, maybe some sort of planning and taking notes as you go, rather than making the thing and then thinking, oh, I'm going to write this down. Oh, what did I do?
No.
Don't.
And that's why.
Don't do it.
Don't. How can you do that with a shawl? You'd never remember. Oh my goodness.
That did happen because I got yarn for my birthday. 1 second.
That is actually why.
I have it here.
Oh,
I got yarn for my birthday, and so I thought, I'm just going to make a shawl. I'm just going to make a shawl just for me, and I'll just, I know roughly what sort of shape I want it to be. It'll be fine. And then I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll just add a nice little edging, and then I thought, I'll write that down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was hard work.
Gone.
That was hard work. So now
it became a one of a kind. So you.
Yes, well, I've managed to get it written down, and I've published it, and other people have made it, so we're all good now. But yes, there were some moments writing down this little, like, bordery bit, because it's not even that it's complicated. Mm-hmm. It's so much easier to do than it is to write down.
Yeah.
That I'm like, anything else now, I need to be very, very clear, and I need to give myself the chance for success and write better notes.
So basically started with a notepad, right?
Yes.
Yarn?
And I've said this to you before, don't start with a garment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I haven't even branched into garment yet.
Don't start with
I haven't made a single one.
Well, I know you have the pattern.
I have a hard enough time going to the store and buying clothes that fit me, okay? Let alone me actually trying to make something and then hoping that it fits me. Forget it. That's why
make it big.
That's why we're in the scarf world, okay? Scarves and handbags will probably be my only ventures that I go into, because those two things will fit me every time.
Yes. Cowls are also good. Cowls are also good.
Yes, yes. So how about you, Jennifer?
Toys. This is why I make toys. Because you don't have to worry about anything fitting. You just have to worry about it not falling apart, pretty much.
Yep.
You're like, as long as the stuffing doesn't show, it's good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So what is your design process and how you created your?
It sounds like my design process is the exact opposite of Sarah's. Because what I do, I have a design in mind. I'll draw a picture of it. And then as I'm making it and guessing, pretty much, it's like, oh, I think I'll start with this many stitches, and then I'll just increase here and here. And I take notes as I go, every single step. I use the computer. I don't write it down, because if I write it down, I'm going to lose it. And I have a little toddler who loves to scribble. So if she finds it, it'll just be red crayon if I do that. So I save it on my computer. And once I've got the whole thing made and all the notes are there, I make the pattern again, following the notes that I wrote, just to make sure that I haven't missed anything, that it makes sense. And then I tweak it if I think, well, this is what I did before, but I don't like that. So I'm going to alter that and see how that looks. So then I end up with 2 toys. And then just for fun, I'll make a third one just to triply check that everything's okay. And I tweak it again. So that's why I have 3 dolls. That's the reason, because I started, actually, this isn't even the first one. This is the second one. The first one is hidden somewhere because I didn't like how it turned out. So this is the second one. And then the third one, which I just made the head a bit bigger. I changed some of the shaping at the top to make sure that you could sew it around. And then the fourth, which is probably my favorite one. And I just make it over and over. And as I'm going, I post it to Instagram so I can share it. And it looks like I'm busy because, well, I guess I am. And then I've got the pattern, and yeah, that's what I do. And
I actually love the computer aspect of it, because I would normally think to write it down, and that's where I'm like, I have notes over here, I have a notebook over there. Yeah. So I think the discipline of doing it on my laptop is so much better. Are you using, like, what are you using? Word? Google Docs? Like what?
I've got a Mac, so I just use the program that comes with that. I think it's called Notes.
Notes? Okay, so for Microsoft Word, basically. And you just...
Yeah, Word, Pages, it's anything. As long as you can save it and find it, you're good.
That's genius, because then when you're actually writing the pattern, you don't have to go through flips of notes and everything. That's why I'm like, then sitting there and type it all back up. If you're already disciplined enough to have it typed up, all you have to do is cut and paste and move things,
cut and paste
as you go. I'm like, I already see the advantage of that, and maybe helping me stick to it, you know what I mean? Because I'm all about saving time and not doing things over and over again.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, give it a shot. See if you like it. You might not. Yeah. Some people are more written. That's for sure. There's nothing wrong with that, because
some people are, but I think I tried it, and that's why it didn't stick, and that's why nobody's got patterns for me.
All right, you're a digital girl.
So maybe if I sit in front of a computer and sit there, focus and type and doing it, and then turning it on and, you know, knowing that it's saved and ready to go. What I should actually maybe, because I already have a pattern up, so I already have like a technique, you know what I mean, like a style that's already in there, that all I have to do to encourage me to complete it, even though it's only the beginning of the process, is use that finished product and then just sit there and type it in as I go from the original. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's almost as if like not just a blank page for unfinished work. You know, a blank page.
You can guess what you want to do and just type it out, and then just see if it actually works.
That's even better. That's even better. I know my stitches. You know what I mean? Like to go.
You know what you're doing.
Better. I know what I'm doing. I just gotta remember to I just have to find people to tell them to the way I was hoping in my head. I'd be like, did you read that from my thoughts?
Yeah, and that is the thing. You can never be too clear. So assume nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And use testers.
You can never be too clear, because what makes perfect sense to you will, and you get people of different abilities. So even if you're looking at it and going, this is so simple, you know, you might have somebody who it's their first pattern or something like that. So yeah, you can never explain things.
Yeah.
Well, you can explain things too much, but yeah, just focus on being really clear.
Yes. That's a great tip. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that was a great tip. Wow. What do you think, Jen?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Because if you write a pattern, that just assume that you're working with someone who's a newbie, and the people who are more experienced, they're not going to come later and complain, you wrote this too many words for me to read. I really know what I'm doing. They can just skim it.
You know, that's a really great point. That is actually a really good point. Yeah, for anybody that knows too much, nobody ever comes back and says, the only complaint pattern writers get are, I'm not sure how to do it. You weren't clear. I need more, you know? But yeah, no, that's a very good point. So you can never overstate in your patterns. That's a great thing. So, well, Jen, first interview. How did it go?
This is the first time I've actually spoken to both.
Yeah.
No, we've spoken in a conversation before, Vone, but Sarah, I don't think we have.
No, we haven't.
So getting all you ladies together like this is my dream come true.
Oh, nice.
That we're all together, and Sarah, you came just for us as well.
I know. This is exactly why I honestly love the internet so much, that we can do that, you know what I mean, and have these conversations. So I'm so glad, like grateful for this app Zoom, and I'm honest to God shocked that Jennifer didn't even have this program in there first for us to get it in to get on this thing.
You sent me the link. Like, my phone's like, install please. I'm like, what the
how did she? I was like, how has she gotten all this time without ever using Zoom, but never got on camera to do so, and look at. Well, thank you so much for for joining me, guys, and thank you so much, Jennifer. Follow her on Instagram. Check out her new account. Check out her own account too, because do you think you'll ever go back to crochet? Or
of course, yeah. I'm not about that. No way.
Don't worry, she will.
You will when your hand starts cramping, and that's another point of learning both crafts, is when you start getting like twitches.
Yeah, when your shoulder hurts.
Yeah, just swap.
Just swap, because it's a whole other motion. So I'll crochet a scarf and then do a knit when my hand starts to hurt, and then vice versa. If I knit too much and then I start to feel a little twinge or something, then I'll go back to the crochet project and the muscles like relax and everything. So that's perfect. So I'm glad to know that you didn't abandon that. But I do the same thing. We all go through phases where what we love, but at the same time, it's what you're learning now. So I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to even try them, because I'm like, if I've been doing this for 4 years and you're already doing amigurumi, like, no, I'm on board now. So
you're doing cables. I am not even brave enough to start cables yet.
I'm pretty sure if you can make dolls, you'll be okay.
Seriously, I'm like, oh, dude, you got arms and heads, and your cabling
is just stocking stitch. It's stocking stitch just sewn together. It's that's all.
You know what, Sarah? By next month, we're gonna see her doll with like a cable suspender.
Yeah.
Before that pattern release,
she'll have the dungaree straps in place.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cable suspender there, and then we'll be like, okay, I guess Jennifer mastered cabling. So
well, yeah.
And then they'll have bobble hair.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. This has been amazing. And be sure to follow and follow Sarah too on Yarn and Blarney. She's got an amazing page too, and she's got awesome patterns. So go check them out. Go buy some and support our beautiful designers here. And follow my the subscribe button is somewhere below. We've discussed this, ladies. Somewhere below. Somewhere down there. Somewhere down next to Sarah. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks, ladies. Bye. Bye.